guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a what I eat in a day while tracking all of my meals. If you guys saw my last video, I talked about how Arizona is doing another round of closures again, and that does include our gyms, unfortunately. When gyms initially closed for the first quarantine, I definitely gained a few lbs from overeating because my body was just not used to training at such a low intensity and not used to training that few times a week. So this time around with the gyms closing again, I am still working out at home, but it is definitely not the intensity that I can do with the weights at the gym, and definitely not as many times a week. So I'm not going on any sort of diet. I am literally just tracking my calories just to be mindful of what I'm eating, just to make sure I don't overeat and that I'm hitting my macros by the end of the day. As you guys saw, I just made some green tea this morning, and that's actually still cooling. It might be cool enough right now, so I'm gonna go take a sip. All right. I am absolutely starving because I woke up late this morning, so I'm gonna go get started on breakfast. I'm gonna have breakfast hash this morning because I don't think I've had that in a while. But before we get started, make sure to give this video a thumbs up to let me know that you like it, and click subscribe down below so that you never miss another video. So I am using the MyFitnessPal app because I feel like it just like tracks my calories the most accurately. So as you can see, I already added in my tea for this morning. The tea was 0 calories. I just scanned it in just to make sure. And then I did about 1 teaspoon of honey, which ended up being 20 calories, and a lemon juice, which was also 0. This video is not sponsored at all. I really just like the MyFitnessPal app, and I also used to use LifeSum. That one's really good as well, so you can definitely use either of those to track your calories. They are free to use and very, very easy. So here is everything that we're gonna use in the hash this morning. Obviously, we have our shredded hash brown potatoes. This is literally a massive bag. It's the smallest one they had at Walmart. And then of course we have our eggs. I think I'm gonna do 2 of these. And then we have this chicken and apple sausage from Target, actually, the bourbon apple one. It is really good. I already tried it, so we're gonna include that. And then I was gonna chop up some bell peppers to put in this, but I realized I have these leftover sauteed veggies from last night. It's just bell peppers and zucchini, so we're gonna throw that in. That'll be easy. Those did not include onion though, and I have this pre-chopped onion in the fridge, so I'm gonna include some of that. Obviously some garlic because I absolutely love garlic, and then a little bit of liquid egg whites. It looks like a lot of ingredients, but it's actually very simple, and we have our proteins, carbs, and fats, and that's everything that we need in a meal. So this is my finished meal, all the hash on the bottom and then the chicken sausage on top. If you're wondering why there was so much food in the pan, I actually made a second serving so that Colin could have some. He's still sleeping, but I just knew that he wouldn't want to miss out on this, so I made a serving for him that'll be waiting in the fridge for when he wakes up. And then I also didn't think that he'd want the chicken sausage, so that's why the chicken sausage is on top, because I made it separately. And then my toppings of choice are this 0 sugar added ketchup. This one is my favorite. Obviously, it is not a meal without a bunch of Red Hot on top. That's literally just how I serve like most of my meals. And then Colin doesn't really like things too seasoned, so I'm actually just gonna put on my own Nashville hot chicken seasoning on my own. That way his is a little bit more plain. And I'm also almost halfway done with my green tea. So this morning for breakfast, I put about 3 eggs in the hash for Colin and I, so that ends up being 1.5 eggs for me. And then I also added in 2 servings of those egg whites, which is 3 tablespoons for each of us, so I added in that as well. Then we need to add in the actual hash browns. I ended up adding 2.5 cups to the entire mixture, so that's 1.25 cup just for me. Ketchup is such a small amount of calories, but I still think it's important to include, so I added in that as well. I think I had about 2 servings of that. I just had 1 whole chicken sausage, so that's an easy add. So my whole breakfast, including my tea this morning, was about 395 calories, which is actually fairly low for how much food I'm about to eat. Like, this bowl is full. It looks like a lot of food. And then if I look at the nutritional value for this, it is 29 grams of protein, 37 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fiber, 14 grams of sugar, 12 grams of fat, and 4 grams of saturated fat. Oh, and I also did not count the veggies when I was counting all of the calories, because usually when I include like bell peppers and zucchini, they are literally so low in calories, it's just honestly pointless. And if you look at like any diet, usually they say like veggies are free. You can include as many veggies as you want to bulk up your meal, but it's not gonna add like a ton of calories, so I just don't count them because it's just honestly like a nuisance, and I don't know how many ounces of of bell pepper in this. Like, it's gonna be like 5 calories, who cares? Does anyone else do this where you save your favorite part for last? Obviously my favorite part is the chicken sausage. It's just like so freaking delicious, so I try to save like big chunks of it at the end, so I'm literally just eating sausage by itself. Okay guys, I am back. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I was very tired this morning. I slept in until about like, honestly, like 8 o'clock. Like, I never sleep in that late. And you know when you sleep in really late and then you're just like extra groggy because you got too much sleep? Yeah, that was literally me this morning. But it was also partially Mimsy's fault because I was ready to get up at like 7:15, 7:30, and then she was like, oh, you're awake? Like, let's cuddle. And I like, you know, I can't say no to cuddling Mimsy. She's just the cutest kitty in the entire world. But my energy has finally like lit up. I am back. I'm alive. It's about like 11:30 right now and I'm not like super hungry. I do think I'm gonna go eat like a kiwi or a piece of fruit or something. But Colin and I are actually gonna go to the house up in North Scottsdale today and we're gonna use the grill because our grills are actually locked over here right now, obviously to like prevent the spread of COVID and all that stuff, so like it totally makes sense. But we want to use the pool and the grill up there, so we are gonna make chicken kebabs actually, which I have not made like literally in so long. Oh, somebody is calling me. All right, I'm back. That was my mom. We were just catching up for a little bit, but I got all the ingredients that I need to marinate the chicken with. All right, so this marinate's gonna be pretty simple. So I have the chicken breast tenders. You can just use a chicken breast, but this is what we got at the store the other day. And then my spices over here are basil, oregano, garlic powder, onion powder. And then of course we have our garlic again. I literally put it on everything. Some extra virgin olive oil. We're gonna do some lemon juice. And then I got some Italian parsley yesterday. So I'm just gonna cut up the chicken into big chunks, dice up this parsley, juice the lemon, and then literally just throw all of this in a gallon-sized plastic bag. It is just so easy to marinate stuff in a plastic bag. It just like really like gets into all the crevices and stuff. So we're literally just gonna throw all this into a bag. So simple. So I just realized that I got cilantro instead of parsley. I think it's still gonna work. I'm still just gonna use this instead. It'll still taste good. I love cilantro. It's fine. So I just cut up 2 kiwis, and 2 kiwis is 90 calories, so I just added that to my food diary for the day. Hello, my beautiful angel. Do you like your little nook? You look happy. You look very happy. Oh my goodness. Are you gonna roll for me? Oh my goodness, you're so pretty. You're so pretty. All right, so it's a little bit later and Colin actually only just woke up. It's 1 p.m. and I think we're gonna plan on going to the house up north for dinner instead of a lunch this afternoon. So instead for lunch, I'm going to just make like a peanut pad thai stir-fry noodle kind of dish. I'll show you guys what I got. So this is everything that I need for the sauce. We got rice vinegar, soy sauce, sesame oil, peanut butter, and then I'm gonna change it up a little bit and put a little bit of orange juice in it. I'm very excited to try this. I saw it in a recipe on Pinterest, and usually I make this peanut sauce without this, but I think it'll just have like a really good kick. Also, this is where it kind of gets messy when tracking my calories for the day because I do use a lot of different condiments and it's kind of hard to track like which ones I should actually count. Obviously, something like vinegar has 0 calories in it, so I'm not gonna try and track that. But like sesame oil is very high in calories, so you just need to be careful about like how much you're using because that does count towards your calories for the day. And then over here is kind of like the free stuff, like I mentioned earlier. It's basically just like veggies. I'm gonna put in some tomato, more of that pre-diced onion I have in the fridge. Then we're also gonna throw in some bell pepper, carrots, and of course, I mean, literally every meal today is including garlic. For the base, I'm gonna do these Shirataki noodles. I get these from the Asian grocery store across the street, but they have basically the same thing in like any kind of store that you're gonna go to, whether it's like Walmart or Whole Foods or whatever. They literally have like some type of 0 calorie noodle like this. Actually, I think this might be like 10 calories. Yeah, this one's 10 calories per serving. So we will count that in the mix today. And then for my protein, I'm gonna do some of these frozen shrimp that I'm gonna thaw out. All right, y'all, this is the finished dish. This smells freaking amazing. I am so excited to eat this actually. So I ended up using the full package of noodles and all the rest of the shrimp that were left in the packet that I had in the freezer, which was like 5.5 ounces, so quite a bit. But I only poured about 2/3 of the mixture into my bowl. There's still like a little bit left on the stove, so I'm gonna see how much I eat first before I actually calculate it because I might not even finish this bowl. I don't know, it's a lot of food. Mimsy is literally watching me eat right now. Okay. Gotta get a big bite of everything. This is freaking delicious. I think it could have used a little bit more peanut butter, honestly. I only used 1 tablespoon and I didn't really plan on using all of the noodles and all of the shrimp, so probably could have done like 2, maybe 3, but definitely a very delicious dish, and I will show you guys the macros after I finish eating. Since I started with a little over 5 ounces of shrimp and ate over half the mixture, I'm guesstimating that I ate about 4 ounces of shrimp, and that's what I'm adding to my diary. For those Shirataki noodles, the entire bag is 4.5 servings, and I definitely ate at least 2/3 of the bag, so I am saying that I ate 3 servings. I only used 1 tablespoon of peanut butter for the entire mixture, and I only ate about 2/3 of it, so I am just kind of guesstimating on how much peanut butter I consumed, but I honestly have no idea. For the sesame oil, I needed to search this item since the barcode didn't work, and for this I am saying I had about 3/4 of a tablespoon. And as you can see, sesame oil adds up quickly. Alright, so I did end up finishing the bowl of noodles that I poured, but I didn't eat the rest of it that's in the pan over there, so I think I ate 2/3 of the meal, if not like a little bit more. And when I calculated it out, it ended up being 311 calories for the bowl that I ate, which is actually way lower than I thought. I only included the things that like I think really impacted the meal, if that makes sense. So I included the shrimp, the noodles, the sesame oil, soy sauce, and peanut butter, but everything else was just vegetables and like rice vinegar. That was 0 calories. So far today I have eaten 778 calories. Also, a very exciting adult package came today. I got some new pans and they're just like this brand. I got them from Macy's. I was actually waiting for the 4th of July to have 4th of July sales, so I'm glad I waited. I got these for 15% off, but I am so happy. I feel like it's such an adult thing to be excited over getting new pans, but honestly it makes the world of difference in cooking. Like having a non-stick fresh pan, oh my goodness, I am literally so excited. I also feel like these ones are kind of cute. They're kind of like a bluish tone, so I was just going for like a little bit more cute than like the standard black. So yeah, I'm so excited. I got new pans. So we just got to the house, and of course I freaking forgot the battery that I was charging for my camera, so unfortunately I cannot use my camera, but I did bring my nicer iPhone, my work one, so at least I can use this while I'm up here. It is also very hot in this house because no one is currently living in it, so it's not like kept cool, and I'm already sweating. Like I'm sweating this much just from being inside, so we're gonna get cooking because we're kind of hungry, and then we're definitely hopping in the pool because it is so freaking hot. So this is what the chicken ended up like. We're gonna put it in the skewers over here. We're trying to soak them in water for a little bit. And then I also cut up some peppers so we can add those on as well. All right, the skewers have been made. We're not gonna grill them actually right now. We just wanted to do this really quick so that they're ready to go when we wanna eat. All right, it is time to get cooking. We already started the grill. I literally have to use an oven mitt just to open the grill because it's so freaking hot out. So we're just gonna pop these suckers on. All right, dinner is ready. The kebabs turned out really good, except that we clearly did not soak the wood long enough because some of the wood started to burn off. So definitely need to soak it longer. But the actual chicken looks really good. And then I have a little bit of rice pilaf on the side that's left over from the other night. And then I brought this buffalo hummus from Trader Joe's just to like dip it in maybe. I'm not sure if I'm actually gonna eat it. And then, like I said, red hot, it's my favorite. So definitely gonna drown the chicken in this. So for dinner, I kind of guesstimated on the amount of chicken that I had since I didn't actually weigh it out, and I'm kind of thinking that I had 3 ounces, so that's what I added to my diary. The rice pilaf was just a box mix, and I think I just had 1 serving of that. Then I just decided to add in the green bell pepper because why not? All right, so we just got home from the pool, and I changed it back into another comfy lounging outfit, and I want to make some popcorn before me and Colin probably watch something on TV, but the kitchen, oh my goodness, is an absolute mess. It is so bad. So I'm just gonna do a quick little speed clean and then make my popcorn. Also, my dinner up at the house was 330 calories total because I just had chicken breast, rice pilaf, and some bell peppers. All right, I'm gonna show you guys my favorite way to make popcorn right now. It is so good. So first I'm gonna start off with this popcorn maker that I got from Amazon. I'll leave the link down below if you guys wanna get it. It's super convenient. It's just like silicone and like folds up really nice. And it is the perfect size for one person, maybe two if I feel like sharing, which I probably won't. Then I'm just gonna take my plain popcorn kernels from Walmart because you don't need anything fancy when it comes to popcorn kernels. And then for these, I just pour about 1/4 of a cup. 1/4 of a cup fills this bowl absolutely perfectly, like exactly to the top. And then I just pop on the lid and I'm gonna put it in the microwave for 2 minutes and then I'm gonna take it out and I'll show you guys what I do next. All right, then really fast, because it's not quite done yet, I'm gonna take this whipped butter, which is only 50 calories per tablespoon, because I do like a little bit of like real butter on my popcorn, but I just don't want too much and I don't wanna like melt it separately. So I take the popcorn out before it's done and then I just spread a little bit of this butter on top. Gotta do it fast before the popcorn cools down. Okay, that is good enough. And then I put it in for 30 more seconds. So now our popcorn is done, and since it has a little bit of butter on top, I'm just gonna give it a light toss. Now comes the magic ingredients. So to make the ingredients stick, I'm gonna use a little bit of olive oil spray. You can use any kind of like cooking spray just to make the popcorn a little bit more tacky because you don't want the seasonings to like fall to the bottom. Give it a little spritz, and then I am taking my butter flavored seasoning, sprinkling her on top. Then the extra magic ingredient that is my favorite thing in the entire world is this Vulcan fire salt. It's basically just like spicy salt, and it just gives it like the perfect kick. And then I like to do that one more time. And there we have it. Beautiful, delicious butter flavored popcorn. And if you don't have a spice store with a salt like this, you could easily just use like salt and cayenne pepper. Alrighty, it is time to watch Supernatural. So I'm starting off by scanning my popcorn here, and I think I had about 2 servings of this, which ended up being about 260 calories, which is actually quite a lot. I tried to only use 1 tablespoon of this butter, so that was a quick add. Again, guesstimating, but I think I used about 3 teaspoons of this butter seasoning. So in total, my bowl of popcorn was 406 calories. All right, guys, that is all for today's What I Eat in a Day while tracking my meals. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please just remember that I am not a nutritionist. I am not like a food expert in any way. The numbers you see on my app are specified towards my goals. So if you guys were to enter in your own goals, you are definitely gonna get like different numbers and different information. I didn't make this video because I want to tell people the right amount of calories to eat in a day, because there is definitely no right answer there. I just think it's really interesting because sometimes you look at what somebody else is eating on YouTube, you look at a meal and you might think, oh my gosh, that's like so much food. But then if you look at my lunch, like that was a lot of food, but it actually was only like 350 calories. So that just shows that you never actually know like how many calories a person is eating unless you literally calculate it yourself. I also did hit my calorie count pretty much exactly today, which I normally never do. I literally think it's because I am talking to you guys and it's like holding me accountable to actually like film what I'm eating. But in reality, I go over or under all the time. And that's exactly why I want to hold myself accountable by tracking my calories again, because I have been fluctuating so much. So on my app, my goal calorie intake is 1,460 calories, which I do not always stick to that, especially if I'm doing a high intensity workout. I usually eat like 200 to 300 calories more. But today I didn't work out, so I tried to stay as close to that number as possible. And today I ended up eating 1,425 calories. And all the numbers that I did today were completely rounded. I did measure out a few things, but I definitely did not like weigh the amount of chicken that I was eating or anything like that. So for my actual nutrition for today, I was actually over in protein, which I actually like when I get over in protein. That's kind of like my goal because it is so hard for me to hit the right amount of protein. So today I had 83 grams of protein, 168 grams of carbs, 25 grams of fiber, 30 grams of sugar, 46 grams of fat, 13 grams of saturated fat. I was also definitely over in my sodium. That usually happens. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.